Peace and welcome to our top 10 relaxing themes, the Redbook audio version. Last week we did a top 10 relaxing themes and there were so many that we decided to separate chiptunes and disc-based themes. So today, join us for some of our favorite non-chiptune relaxing themes. Number 10. Persona 5. Beneath the Mask, the instrumental version. There is a vocal version of this one, and nothing against the singer, but when it comes to relaxing, I prefer no vocals at all. At least on this one. Composed by Shoji Meguro. This one reminds me a little bit of Birdman from Pilot Wings 64, but it's just because of that organ. This one is a more completed track, featuring percussions, breakdowns, and everything else you would find in a completed song. As we stated earlier, there are vocals by Lin Inaizumi, so if you want to hear the full version, just look for her, she's a talented singer. Number 9. Final Fantasy Tactics, Hero's Theme. Coming from maybe the most underrated soundtrack in the entire Final Fantasy franchise, but also one of my favorites. I think this soundtrack does not get enough attention. Composed by Hitoshi Sakimoto, he could be considered a newcomer to the franchise, as Nobuo Uematsu has composed most of the music for Final Fantasy. But in my opinion, Sakimoto cemented his position in the franchise with this game. Picking the most relaxing theme in Final Fantasy was probably the most difficult on our list today. Every comment we received was recommending a different song. Usually there is one that most people comment, and a few comments by people saying other themes. And then we have our own as well. But when a franchise has so many games with so much good music, everyone had their own opinion. But at the end of it all, we went with what we feel is the most underrated and the most relaxing. Number 8. Ecco the Dolphin CD, the title screen theme. Coming from the Sega CD, one of the first consoles to take advantage of the CD format and Redbook audio. And when you listen to the soundtrack, you can tell this isn't your average sound that you would hear from a chiptune. Composed by Spencer Nilsson, we contacted him and asked him what he used to make this soundtrack. He responded by saying it was about 20 different synths and samplers, a combination of keyboards and modules. And he goes on to say they had a vast number of original samples and synth patches. They had a team of musicians who created a library of sounds for him to compose with. I am impressed with the amount of work that went into recording this soundtrack, and a huge thanks to Spence. Yeah, we call him Spence now. All joking aside, how can you have a list of relaxing themes and not include one from Ecco? A game that when I think about it, the first thing I think about is the calm and relaxing music. I really enjoy this theme, and when the composer is a nice person, I can enjoy the music even more. Number 7. Xenoblade Chronicles: The Fallen Land. Coming from the Nintendo Wii, but you can also find this on other consoles and versions of Xenoblade Chronicles, such as on the Nintendo Switch, the Definitive Edition. Composed and arranged by Manami Kiyota. This theme is as calm as it gets. The slow tempo and soft piano combined well with the strings for a relaxing theme. It can feel quite somber at times, but it's fantastic through and through. The version from the Definitive Edition on the Switch is a little bit different. You will notice it once the flute synth kicks in. It has a cleaner and more crisp sound, although both are nice to listen to. We played the Wii version, but here is the Switch version. Number 6. Resident Evil: The Save Room Theme. From the original Resident Evil on the PlayStation 1, known as Biohazard in Japan and released in 1996. This one comes from a game that you might not think of as relaxing. Being surrounded by zombies in a dark and mysterious mansion has that effect, but you can actually find a few chill themes in the series. Our choice for this franchise was between this theme and the Save Room theme in Code Veronica. They are a little bit similar, however we went with the original. It almost has a Chrono Cross feel to it because of the soft vibe combined with the smoothness of it all. There are times I would sit in the Save Room theme for a while just to hear more of this music. You can hear a new arrangement in the Resident Evil remake, but we are going with the original, because without the original, you don't have a remake. Number 5. Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night: Forgotten Jade. The newest game on our list today. Some people may not have played this yet, but the game is quite fun and the music is even better. Composed and arranged by Michiru Yamane. She is well known for composing Castlevania music, and seeing as this is a Metroidvania-style game, her music fits wonderfully. This comes from a portion of the game known as the Underground Waterway, and if you follow the channel, you know we love some water stage music. This one has a small sample hidden in the background where you can actually hear some water flowing, and it just helps the track seem even more smooth. Although I would be interested in hearing it without the water sample just to hear how it changes the track. Either way, this is one of my all-time favorite themes in gaming. Number 4. Kingdom Hearts 2, Dearly Beloved. From the 2005 PlayStation 2 game, the third game in the series, coming after Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for the Game Boy Advance. This game picks up 1 year after the events of Chain of Memories. Composed by Yoko Shimomura, and like a lot of themes on our list today, you can find multiple versions. The original version comes from the first Kingdom Hearts game, but this version here really shines. Most of the time we go with the original because a new arrangement doesn't exist without it. However, there are times when that new arrangement is so good it can't be ignored, and this is a perfect example. With the soft feel of the theme, this top 10 would feel incomplete and just plain wrong if this was not included. Yoko did a wonderful job with this tune. It is definitely recommended. Number 3. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Lost Painting. First appearing in Castlevania Symphony of the Night with new arrangements coming in Harmony of Despair and even Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Another theme on our list today coming from composer Michiru Yamane. She really knows how to make a relaxing theme. I would say this theme is probably my all-time favorite theme from any game. The reason it's number 3 on our list is just the relaxing factor. I would say there are more relaxing themes out there, but almost none that I would consider just flat out better. If we make our top 10 all-time favorite themes, this will be very high on the list, and probably number 1. We played the Symphony of the Night version, but I also really enjoy the Harmony of Despair version, which we will play for you now. Number 2. Chrono Cross, Dream of the Shore Bordering Another World. That acoustic guitar mixed with all of the other instruments really set this one apart from your average theme. Maybe not everyone likes it, but it's hard to deny how soft and relaxing it really is. Composed and arranged by Yasunori Mitsuda. It's not an accident that he just seems to end up on almost every top 10 that we do. He is extremely talented, and if you don't believe me, would you believe Yuzo Koshiro? He tweeted out about the Chrono Trigger soundtrack and gave him a massive amount of props. You don't just say Chrono Trigger by Mitsuda-san had better music in all aspects than ActRaiser unless you mean it. And again, if you follow the channel, you know we like our bass lines. This bass is as smooth as can be. I really think a smooth bass line can be the cherry on top and make the track a great one to chill and listen to, and this is a perfect example of it. And as always, before we get to our top spot, we have some honorable mentions. Number 1. Shenmue, The Place Where the Sun Sets, version 2. Coming from an overall fantastic soundtrack, there are many themes on this game that are smooth and relaxing, and it was a close call between this one and the Nightfall theme. However, this one just beat it out. Composed by Osamu Murata, he hasn't worked on a lot of games, but after putting together something like this, it really makes me wonder why. A composer this talented not getting work can't be because of his skill level. I think it's his choice because he definitely knows what he's doing. We went with the second version, but the first version is also good, but there isn't much evolution to it. It sounds the same at the beginning of the theme as it does near the end of the theme, while this second version grows and grows. And once that flute kicks in, it pretty much solidified a spot among the most relaxing themes ever in gaming. We haven't talked about the Shenmue music much in the past, but it's not because of a lack of quality. It just hasn't had a spot because we have been talking about the best fire themes, the best water themes, and things of that nature. But once we started talking about calm and relaxing, it definitely had a spot. So there you have the conclusion to our calm and relaxing themes. We won't always separate chiptunes and Redbook audio, but we will consider it in the future. It will be a case-by-case issue. If we feel there are just too many, then you can expect us to have 2 lists again. Our next top 10, and you might have seen this one coming because we have talked about him quite a bit in the last few episodes. Our top 10 favorite themes by Yasunori Mitsuda. He has quite a long resume, so this one will take some work, but we are up for it. Last but not least, shout out to gold level patrons Bear Sonam, Quantum X, Chris Hayes, and Dimitri. I am ICC. Thanks for watching. Peace.